What is more important, money, power, or notoriety? Noel would definitely say money. As one of the weakest classes, he's known as a talker. He relies heavily on his other teammates, so he can apply buffs to them and gain hefty rewards, hoping to one day have the strongest clan in the nation. This stoic character makes up for his lack of strength in tactics and underhanded moves. This all comes from a promise he made with his grandfather at a very young age. His grandfather being a famous warrior class said to be over death. Like his nickname is over death, because on the battlefield it would take a god to beat him. From the moment that Noel got his appraisal as a talker, his grandfather taught him all sorts of skills and tricks to make sure that no one would overtake or kill his grandson easily. One of the most important lessons he taught Noel is people are expendable. Cash is forever. Go where you can make the most money and surround yourself with like-minded individuals. Well, I would definitely say Noel did just that, because the first party that he ever made decided to gamble away the party's money and tries to run away from the responsibility of telling him, thinking Noel wouldn't care or see a point in chasing them as the money is already gone. Too bad they didn't know. Noel is going to get that shit back in blood. Enlisting the help of a slave trader and giving his party two options: pay it back through capital punishment, where it is a survival chance of 2%, where they're basically sent down to these mines, and these mines are put into harsh labor, and they're working 24/7 until the money that they have to pay back is paid back. They are paid at slave wages, which is like 1 cent an hour, and they currently owe this man $20 million. Or get sold into slavery and be able to have a chance of survival. Even after this betrayal, he's on the look for people who meet his criteria of strength so that he can take them to the top with his buff skills. I mean, he already did a power move on the first party to show how he treats traitors. Who's gonna stab this dude in the back? He'll sell you off. That's when he meets Alma, a skilled assassin trained by a notorious family and skills. With such innate scout talent, she was able to adapt to his buffs faster than any normal person and allowed them to clear a village of bandits out. Yet betrayal seems to be a trend for Noel, because he goes to collect his rewards from the village head and they try to poison this man. Didn't they hear what he did to his party? He's not about that shit. Using a very cheap wine they claim to pay $100,000 for. But Noel noticed that they scraped together the first $200,000 that they paid him at the beginning of the mission. I mean, I don't see what's going on, but Noel says, this is a very cheap wine that you're giving me. You said this is 100,000. Why does it smell poisoned? Why does it smell spoiled? I mean, if you're going to poison me, at least make it a vintage, please. Finding this out, Noel turns the tables and plunges his thumb into the chief's eye, threatening to remove his teeth, tongue, and eyes if not every coin is given to him. The chief constantly refuses, saying that he has to pay back a gambling debt that he owes to this very powerful crime family. Noel looks at him and the rest of his family and says, I don't care what happens to you, what happens to her. Get me my money and get it to me now, or you're going blind. And that's when the daughter comes out holding every coin that they have in this house. And she looks at Noel, someone that she has looked up for this entire season up until this moment, and says, I hate seekers. This man, Noel, is the only person who will choose money over everything in your life. This is a cold MC if we've ever had a cold MC.